Mr. Sparks,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you?
And I'm well. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm trying to figure out where have you been?
Working, working a job, paying bills.
I know that's right. I know that's right. You're like how long has your last release been? How long has it been?
Ooh, I think it was like 2015, some Christmas music somewhere up in
Yeah,
there.
the Jazzy Christmas.
Yes, ma'am. Hmm.
You're the second person this week that has come out that has been absent. Well, he was absent for over 10 years and he
Yep.
came back. And when he came back, it's just the people on his album, I was telling him they was probably saying, thank God somebody's back I can collaborate with. Oh my God. So
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, just the collaboration, especially in jazz, that's what it's all about, right?
it is. It is.
Yes. So glad
You
to
been
see you.
staying busy? You been staying busy?
I know since the last time we talked. Yep, always, always. I'm supposed to be semi-retired, but honestly, I work
What's
from
that?
the time I get up until late at night. I just constantly, and I love it. I love it.
Well, as long as you love it, then
Yeah,
it's not work. You
yeah.
just enjoy what you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I can take naps whenever I want.
Ooh, don't ain't that good?
Now, this album, I'll try to find a little bit more about the album aside from the single. So is the album complete?
No, the album's not complete. We
Okay,
because we were doing this, I said, let me just drop a single and see how it does.
got
That,
you,
that was my main thing to pick up some traction, and then you know I can't let the cat out the bag right now. But
got you.
if what I'm working on now, when it goes through, I'll be the first person to ever do it. That's ever. Because all the ball players that I have in place right now, they're like their eyes are real big, like nobody's ever done this. So,
But you can't tell me what it is.
oh, I can't let it out, not just yet, because we're still dotting the i's and crossing the t's. But trust me, when I got the date of when it's gonna happen, oh, it's a game changer for music, not just smooth
Mm.
jazz. It's going to be a game changer just for music. And and that's all I can say about it right now because I'm talking to corporations and
Right.
all the manufacturers are doing stuff and it's going to be a
I've been
game
there.
changer.
I've been there. I've been there, and I shared my concept with a network, and then next thing I know, my concept is on national TV.
See
so so
that
I
ain't
understand
right.
why you ain't going to say anything. That's how
But
it
it's the game changer. I mean, it's a game changer because a lot of people will be able to eat with the infrastructure that's already in place. And oh man, I'm excited, and that's how I knew God gave me the idea because I'm not that smart. You know, I'm not that smart. And when it goes down, trust me. Between Daryl and myself, we're gonna be on here. Look, because we're gonna need the press. We're gonna need
Yeah,
the power of the press to help push this thing. And when
yeah.
it does, you'll see it. You'll be like, wow, wow.
Speaking of pushing this thing, I was trying to find an online presence for you, and it was limited. And I'm thinking, is he being deliberately filtered or what? So, what,
I'm
uh,
going. Like I pulled down my jeffsparks.com, my Jeff Sparks website because I'm using this other website that's going to directly to me if people want to purchase from there, and it has a whole lot more tools in it so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to rebuild stuff like that. And that's the reason why, like, between Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, those are the three things that I got pushed in this project right now.
Okay.
Um, and so, I'm just doing a slow walk
Okay.
because I'm shaking everything on this thing I'm working on.
Okay. I just
So
had to check because it just for somebody who's been in the business as long as you, I was surprised there was little presence on the internet of you. Now, from what I've read, are you with Arrow Global Entertainment
no, I
label?
think no, I used to be with them,
Okay.
and they went dormant for a good long while. They might be
Oh.
getting ready to reboot, and I don't know. But it does, at this point, it don't matter to me. It don't matter
Yes.
because
So
no
did
matter.
they go dormant? Was it because of COVID or the transition in the music business?
Yeah, I would say the transition in the music business because they were
Yeah.
dormant before COVID hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of
It,
time
it
that
was the transition to the digital industry is it really hurt the music industry. And before that, what hurt the music industry was how they treated their artists. That really hurt the industry.
Mhm.
So, and then the
Yes,
digital
ma'am.
age, I'm finding out from new clients and artists and stuff, they really, you know, are not getting the money for their songs because
Oh
everybody's
no,
streaming. So my
exactly,
if my granddaughter can go to Pandora and hear your single, why do she need to buy it?
exactly.
That's what
Because
she said.
you're getting shavings of a penny. That's all
I
I can
know.
say.
I
Shavings of
heard.
a penny.
I heard
Yeah,
you have to be streamed 1,000 times to get 1 penny.
yeah. And
Unbelievable.
that's the reason
Unbelievable.
why what
They
I'm
didn't
working
they
on.
didn't
Ooh,
took the money from the artist's hands and gave it to uh I guess the new platform of streaming and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, and see, even with this project, I had to make a decision. Um, did I want recording? You know how people record in media and
Right.
all of that stuff. Did I want to take that, or did I want to just send everybody to purchase from my site? Because then I would make 100%, of the money at that
Right.
point.
Right.
And I had to weigh it out because I said it's not always about money. You got to do both. So right now everything is going through the normal iTunes and all that up,
Right.
those
Right.
other Spotify and those
Right.
platforms. And then you know,
Well,
depending
it's
on how everything goes.
it's still from what I'm seeing, and the industry has changed from the last time I had to look into it for a client. Seems to me the money is in performances now, um, and not in selling your music
Yeah,
because streaming.
because of streaming, right? Right. And I mean, the only thing that I'll do as far as like when performing, I'll have a big banner or I'll project a QR code up on the screen or off to the side of the stage so people whip out their phones. And when they scan that QR code, it's going to take them directly to my site and then they can buy
Mhm.
whatever they want from there.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I advise the client to do, and to start driving traffic to his website. And
yep.
to do that, you really have to have a functioning website. What I used to say in early 2000, websites are the new storefront. I
They
mean, the
are.
new storefront. So, and you have to drive people to your store now. Yeah.
Yeah, but with TikTok and all that now, you just want to get your music to those creative influencers so that they just use your money. They'll use your clip, the music to your clip. So
Hmm.
you got to kind of be doing all of this stuff in order to try to make a stand in the industry, so people will
Hmm.
know who you are. So when you sit there
Hmm.
and say, "Go pay $50 or $60 to come see me perform," people at least know
They
who you
know.
are. You
Yeah.
know,
I advise also the client to get involved in community events.
for
Um,
sure.
that's the the old way of doing it, going
Yeah,
straight to
grassroots. Hmm.
Yeah, and like you say, have your cell phone ready so in case anybody want to buy it. And from what I'm seeing, I mean, all you have to do is with the Wi-Fi is like touch the phone and the money transfers that quick. Just bang.
Yeah, that's why I say if you got that QR code on any of your
Hmm.
media information and the person's put their phone up to it, it sends them
Yep.
right to your
Instant
site,
money.
and they get it and they get that music right then and
Right
there.
then and there.
But
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know, but
That's the new world.
yeah, because outside of streaming, because like I say, if you got a subscription to iTunes or Spotify or any of those, and your music is on there, they just
Yeah.
listening. So all
Yeah.
you're
And,
trying to
and
do is get the people listening to your stuff, you know.
right, right. And they're making the money, but like you're saying, at
Oh,
least
you,
they're listening to your music. And if they listen to your music, they know it exists. And outside of the streaming, they'll go look for you. Like if you come to town, you have a concert, they're familiar with your music because it's been streaming and they'll come to
yep,
see you. Yeah.
yep,
And if you get involved with community events and they've listened to your music, they'll come to see you. So where are you
yep.
with the completion of the album, or can you tell me?
Oh, yeah. With the album, I'm trying to pace it out to where I'm going to be doing like dropping singles between now all the way through Christmas,
Okay.
and then I'll package album and release it next year.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just trying to get the traction of
Yeah.
people going, oh, I like that song, I like that song. So,
Yeah.
so probably
So tell me about
by,
Wave at Me. How did that concept come about? In the because it's really a nice, really piece of work.
well, it's funny because Wave at Me was one of those things I got with Tremel Starks. He's a producer here, music producer, and has gone on to become the head of uh, Auburn University's recording division. But
Hmm.
they built a brand new recording studio and everything. They got all that money down there in
And
Auburn.
what university is that?
Auburn
Okay, got
University in Alabama. And so he's over that whole thing down there at Auburn. And so me and him got together and before he actually took the job at Auburn, and I said, "Hey man,
it. Hmm.
let me just put a single out." And so I hummed the melody that I like, the hook in the phone, and just sent the clip over to him, and he just knocked it out the park. He got all the guys and made it happen.
Hmm.
And I told him, I said, man, I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it just like for smooth jazz. Yeah,
Hmm.
nothing hard.
Yeah.
And just keep it simple so people can kind of sing it and keep moving.
Hmm.
And so I think we got one.
Yeah,
Uh,
I do too. Real smooth. It makes you want to hear more. That's why I was
and
looking. That's what made me start looking because I wanted to hear what else was on the album. So,
yeah,
yeah,
and that's the
stuff.
thing. I'm just wetting people's whistles to see
Hmm.
how's it going. I just got a text from my radio promoter, and he got it in the DJ record pool in Chicago, and that's
Mm,
where I'm from. And
mm.
to get in those kind of places where they're going to be playing it, not
I
necessarily
know.
on your traditional radio stations,
Yeah.
but yet out and about.
Yeah, that
You
was
just
the
got to
old
do
school
everything.
way. Yeah, that was the old school way. I remember
Remember that?
with clients, and that's one of the advices I got. We're really focused on the DJs playing your music in clubs. That was one of the marketing uh ploys. Yeah. Now we got to go back to roots.
Did you remember a gentleman down here in Atlanta named J.R. Dino?
That sounds familiar because I used to
Yeah,
bring
he
a conference down there. That sounds familiar.
really. You were down here with Jack the Rapper and all that.
It was back, let me think. It was back in um 2000 up
Okay,
until
well that
about 2005. I used to bring
gotcha.
a conference down
Cool,
there. Yeah. It
cool.
was called Uplifting Minds. It was really cool. I took it to Atlanta, Houston, LA, and Baltimore. And as I got older, I was like, look, this is too much for me. Let's just do Baltimore and LA.
Dial it back, dial it back. Wow. So you still in California? That's where you live?
Yeah, I'm in Long Beach actually, but yeah, I'm still in California. I'm from Baltimore. You're from Chicago and you're in Atlanta, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, we switched up, didn't we?
Hey, I don't like snow.
Me too. It's
Yeah,
so
so I don't.
wonderful to have no snow. Their version of snow or winter, at least in Long Beach, is just rain. There's a period of rain. I'll take rain any day than
I
eight
know it.
inches. No.
I know it. Who- I ain't trying to be out there shoveling nothing no more.
Well, it was really wonderful talking to you again. I checked out your performances, even though I think what I checked out was like last year, 2022 at the winery or something like that. Was it
Yes, ma'am.
2022? Yeah,
Yeah, it
good
was
show.
2022.
Is it
At the
2022?
time.
It might have been,
Good.
yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you really, really good. I like the way you went out into the audience. Really good entertainment.
Well,
So I'm
thank
really
you.
glad to have you back.
Now look, telling you, within the next 3 weeks, I'm gonna have to tap you again and say, hey, this is what's going down. You know,
Oh, please
and
bring me in when it's time.
I'm gonna bring you in before time so you can sit there
Okay.
because, like I say, once again, when it's something that's is very big because it
Yeah.
hasn't been done yet
Mm,
outside of Vegas. So
yeah.
my pitch slogan was, if you can't go to Vegas, I'll bring Vegas to you. And
Yeah.
and that's the thing.
That's how
But
they did Hollywood. And they brought it to Atlanta, brought
exactly
it to
in North
Canada.
Carolina, North Carolina,
Yeah.
it's man, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would definitely keep you on speed dial because
All right.
you know, yeah, it's just
Sounds
that
wonderful.
big. Okay.
All right. And thank Daryl for me for hitting me up. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You have a blessed week now.
You too. Take care.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.